And away from politics, corporate accountability and public participation Africa CAPPA has raised concerns over the growing health and environmental consequences linked to the excessive consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages in Nigeria. The executive director of CAPPA, Akimbodu Luafemi, made this disclosure on Wednesday in Lagos during the presentation of the documentary titled Sweet Poison. He warned that Nigeria could face a worsening public health crisis if urgent policy measures are not introduced. Oluwafemi explained that sugary drinks had become deeply embedded in everyday Nigerian life through aggressive advertising, celebrity endorsements, sponsorships, and extensive market penetration by multinational food and beverage companies. He then called on the government to increase the current sugar tax from 10% to 20% to strengthen regulation and discourage excessive sugar consumption.
The excise duty on sugar sweetened beverages that we have in Nigeria is too low, 10 naira per liter, and that the government needs to urgently complete its tax reform by, first move from the fixed rates into a rate that is adjustable to inflation, a rate that is based on the impact of sugar in some of those of those drinks by increasing it to the global standard of minimum of 20%, moving to a percentage level, minimum of 20% of the final retail price of the sugary products that are on sale in Nigeria.
Sugar consumption should be regulated because of the effect on people that are prone to diabetes. One, because you may not have diabetes, there must be a risk factor that will be prone to diabetes. By the time you are taking a lot of sugar, can make you to become a diabetic patient. And also, sugar also have its own effect. What I'm just saying is that sugar, taking more sugar is dangerous. But that does not mean that you cannot take a sugar. Sugar is in the form of glucose. You may need it at a time. But I agree that the number of sugary something we are taking should be regulated.
Government needs to regulate against this. In the UK, it is not allowed, and so many other countries, it's not allowed for children to come to school with fizzy drink. That is a step in regulation. If you now want to take it at home, it's not left for parents. There should be a right, a choice, a right to be able to consume these products.
I influence my community. That's what life is. You start with yourself. I started by changing it from my family, and my family changed their friends. Friends change. It's a sermon. It's a one-on-one communication. So that communication, you have to decide whether you want to spend the rest of your life managing your health or your children being unwell,